Okay, I think we found the right road this time. But yet, again, four-wheel drive into the jungle.
You go this way.
It's where it says chocolate.
Where is it? Oh yeah, where it says chocolate.
Okay. Chocolate to the right. We like chocolate. You like chocolate? Jump in the back seat. Come with us.
Yeah, you're not getting to this chocolate tour if you don't have four-wheel drive
Nope.
either.
Absolutely not.
Especially up that hill, and that's where we're going.
Chocolate this way.
Wow, I can't even.
I can't see the bottom. It's so steep. Okay.
Here we go. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's like roller coaster road. At least he has it paved.
Yeah, but if it ever got slippery, you'd go right into the jungle.
Definitely a tight squeeze.
It's really super tight.
And steep.
Look at all these. Birds of paradise. Maybe we're entering paradise.
This whole country is paradise.
Look at this. You have to get up next.
Don't fall off this edge over here.
Hell no. There's Ronald. This way. Okay. Good morning, Ronald.
Good morning. Welcome to Playa Hermosa to the Chocolate Tour.
Playa Hermosa?
Playa Hermosa.
Playa Hermosa Chocolate Tour. Okay. And apparently, Jeannie and I are the only ones on this tour today. So
bonus.
It's another bonus that we are gifted with. So just to let you know, since Jeannie and I are the only people on this chocolate tour with Ronald, we're not going to use masks unless we get really close with each other. Ronald said we can put masks on at that point. So with that, Ronald's going to give us a little explanation of what's going on.
Okay. Well, welcome to the Chocolate Tour and to Playa Hermosa. I'm going to explain a little bit about Playa Hermosa. Playa Hermosa is a very small community. But we get together, all the neighbors, we get together and we form what we call ecological association. It's because we have a protected area up in the mountain, a reserve, a 63 hectares of primary forest is protected area. It belongs to the community. I decided to do the chocolate tour, very artisanal. Well, no artisanal, this is like a pre-Columbian style.
Right.
Artisanal is when we can use hand machines and stuff like that. We will not use any machines. The only machines that we're going to use is this artifact, which is original from pre-Columbians.
And the human machine is your muscle.
Right. This is an original piece. Today we're going to talk about this tree, which is the cocoa tree. This one is a very small one, just drop the leaves and changing the leaves. The name of the cocoa is Theobroma cacao. And Theobroma cacao in Greek means food of the gods. And there is different species. We call like pataste, which is like this one. This one is another variety. The indigenous use it to make chocolate. It's called pataste. The shell is very hard. Cocoa is spread all Latin America in the tropics. Even in Costa Rica, it's so tiny that we can find native cocoa trees along the coast here, both coasts, not up in the mountains because it's very tropical plant. That's why it can grow from South America, it spread all in the tropics all the way to Mexico. Also, another question. Do you know who discovered chocolate?
Do I know what?
Who discovered?
Who discovered it? No, I don't.
Was it Willy Wonka?
A lot of people think Columbus, some people think Swiss people, or no, none of that. Native Americans. Thanks to the Native Americans, they one discovered chocolate, the wheat chocolate. For the indigenous, it was so important, the beans, the cocoa at this point, was so valuable for them, even they used to use it as a currency. As a currency. And they, to exchange. Even though, remember, you know, the indigenous, they used to work with gold, jade, emeralds, you know, many different valuables. Something that was very valuable as a jewelry, not as something to exchange. But they used cocoa beans to exchange. And the smallest denomination was 100 beans. And as when we have the tree, the grafting, during January, the grafting should be about this tall. And it's when we plant the trees at the beginning of the wet season. We plant the trees, and guys, 2 years later, we see the first fruits growing off the trunk.
So when you plant the trees, are they roughly that size that you're planting, or
Roughly,
smaller, larger?
A
Little bit larger than that
Right.
is what you would expect to see when you're planting them. Got it.
Right.
You know, that I think I've seen like these just growing wild, because I'm always thinking that they're papayas. You know, because they look similar to a papaya tree to me, but the leaves and the fruit itself.
Yes, the only thing, papaya, they grow the clump of the fruits that are together in the main trunk on the top. And cocoa tree, the difference, well, we're gonna go to see the trees, but well, I have no pots now because not the right season, but the tree grow on the main trunk, but all over, main trunk and the smallest branches. Papaya doesn't put branches.
Ah, got it. They're all just one clump, like banana tree, like a banana has
Right.
one big clump.
Papaya.
These are everywhere.
They don't have branches that come up the tree.
Papaya is a tree who grows monopodio. Monopodio. You know monopodio. Mono one.
Right.
A single trunk.
Single trunk.
Right.
Monopodio. And the cocoa tree produce forks and branches. And then,
Gotcha.
Kind of like
Never
our
knew the
American apple trees.
Right.
Now I know the difference, because to me they look similar.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. And then, guys, 2 years later, we see the first fruit trees like that. The first fruit growing off the trunk like that. Growing off the trunk, and they grow off the trunk, especially in the main trunk. The first few years, is because pods are kind of heavy, and they grow a few in the main trunk because the trunk, 2 years, is still a small trunk, and then they cannot hold too many weight. We pick the fruits when they are green, yellow. When they're from green, they turn to yellow. We pick them and we harvest them using
Clippers.
pruners, or also machetes.
Right.
Because the stem is very strong. The stem, it won't, when the fruit get ripe, it won't fall off like most fruit does.
Right.
It won't. They stay on the tree, they turn black, overripe, and basically decompose.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that's why we have to take it, cut the clippers to harvest. When we harvest the plantation, we make piles of them, and then the day after, or 2 days after we finish to harvest the whole plantation, we come and open the pods to get the beans.
Right there out in the fields.
Right, up in the
Okay.
fields, and we put in sacks and carry
Carry just the beans in.
just the beans. Okay.
And then you just leave the rest to decompose?
Yes,
Okay.
and then okay. These are the cocoa beans.
There you have it.
And you see the beans, they won't fall off by
Right.
itself because the stem is attaching to the tree and it goes through the pod and
Right.
turn into a placenta.
Got it.
Turn into a placenta, and each bean is attached to the placenta through these little things that you see here. Is where they get the nutrients. Look like umbilical cord. This is, and then try one of these beans from here and taste it.
Try what?
One of these beans.
So just pull?
Pull one. Okay, these ones are kind of dry because try one of these. They're pretty dry because this one's I harvest about.
Now just chew it?
No, just suck the pulp.
Oh. It's a sweet, fruity pulp.
Sweet, citrusy
Mhm.
pulp. And guys, I harvested about a week ago. That's why it's not so juicy. Usually it's way more juicy. It has more pulp. Okay, now you can chew it.
Now chew the whole bit.
Chew the whole. Chew it.
Bitter.
Bitter. Also, doesn't smell like chocolate.
Nope.
No.
Doesn't look like chocolate. And look at the color also.
To me, it almost tastes like eating a green bean raw.
Yeah, yes. And look at the color. It's purple.
Let me bring this out into the sunlight real quick. Just so you know, the camera overheated. I had to change the battery, and Ronald was telling us that these particular beans are fermented, and once you open one up and then get the inside part and crunch it up, you get what's called chocolate nibs. And those things are really good. It smells like chocolate now. It tastes like chocolate, unsweetened chocolate, but you can crush it up and you can put it into all sorts of things, yogurt or vanilla ice cream or what have you. Ronald's going to start a fire right now he's going to let it burn for a little while we go and check the rest of the plantation out. And the reason you're starting this fire for later is why?
Because we're gonna roast the beans here.
Okay, he's going to show us how the actual roasting process is done naturally over fire. Ronald's taking us out to the plantation now, and he says, you come here, you want to pretty much, you could go in flip-flops if you choose to, but not during the rainy season. But right now, sneakers is going to be a little bit more comfortable no matter when, but you can do it in flip-flops if you want.
Also, and then, first of all, before going to plantation, we're going to see like a greenhouse is where we do the fermentation and the drying.
Okay.
Okay, here in this area, which is a little more open, it's closed, but it has shade cloth, even though it's hot because the roof is made of plastic.
Right.
Here in these wood boxes, and when we do the fermentation, we put the fresh cocoa beans on top.
Right.
This box, it can hold 115, 120 kilos of fresh cocoa beans.
Okay.
We keep it 2 days over there.
Right.
And then we put it up in this thing here and
they pour them out.
Pour them out, yeah.
Into the second box?
To the second box, 2 days here, and then pour them out to the third one, and 2 days here, and then from here we get them and we put it into the dryer.
Okay, so you got your 6 days right there.
Right there,
right.
6 days.
Perfect.
And then we're going to the dryer.
And this is where they dry it. Oh, I smell chocolate.
Yes.
I smell chocolate here.
And look, the smell. So you can feel the beans. This is pretty warm.
My hands smell like chocolate. There's chocolate aroma everywhere.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic.
It smells like melted chocolate.
If it wasn't so hot here in this room, I probably would do an Airbnb in this room.
Okay, I know. So what we can do, we can do Airbnb. I can bring chairs and sell it as a sauna.
Yes, as a sauna, that would be. You're right. Okay. Okay, I know a lot of you people saw the cat skin there. That's an ocelot, and Ronald found that dead in the street. It was actually hit by a car. You're not going to see a lot of these cats. It's very rare. But he found it. He picked it up, and he also belongs to an environmental group and a research group. And he sent the portions of the cat to this group for further research, and it sat in his freezer for about a year. And now he has it drying out, and he's going to have it for educational purposes for class trips for the kids. So there you have it. That's the reason with the cat skin.
One there, one there.
So he's got a fruit tree here that we're just passing by, and he says that these are very sweet and edible fruits right here. And when they turn yellow, they're ready. What are they called?
Biriba.
Bidiva. Okay. Onward.
The lady with the boy here is staying.
So you have this as an Airbnb for rental?
I don't have this in Airbnb. Everybody asks me to put an Airbnb, and I'll do it.
So that's your treehouse, and there's a lady living up there now. Okay.
She's gonna stay for a week.
Nice. Very nice.
This is bamboo.
Yep.
I love bamboo.
I don't know if I've ever seen it this thick, but it's very, very impressive.
That is really big.
Right. I've seen it this high, but not that thick. He's actually got pineapples growing here too, as you can see.
A pineapple, banana, sugar cane.
You got one chewing on your leg. The back. Right there. Alright, and you got it off now, but he's coming back.
This is but you see, we keep the trees small. I pruned these ones about a month ago.
Right.
And now pretty soon I have to come and it starts taking rid of the suckers. And they're gonna start blooming soon.
Okay.
They start blooming already.
There's a big birds of paradise tree. Okay, we're going back to the chocolate shack where he made that fire while we were gone. And he's going to show us how to roast them now. Okay, we are back inside the tent, the hut here, and Ronald's going to show us about how they roast the cocoa beans. Jeannie, you want to come over and help Ronald out?
Okay.
With your right hand, you can hold it down to hold all the beans inside. That way he can see it. Okay, thank you. And then we're going to move the beans constantly. We're going to move the beans constantly for about 10 to 12 minutes.
Right. I don't smell anything. I mean, I smell obviously the wood from the fire, but I don't smell anything. Are we going to smell anything out of there pretty soon?
Yeah, not pretty soon.
Okay.
And we cannot let it sit the beans too long because the bottom is going to burn.
So it's just like garlic. Keep it moving.
Yes.
Is that a cast iron pot?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. I'm sure that's pretty old too.
Yeah, it is.
And you gotta do that for about 10 minutes?
About 10 minutes.
Okay. So Ronald says you keep stirring this roughly about 10 minutes, and then you're gonna start hearing the husks start to pop. Almost kind of like popcorn, but once they start popping, we'll turn the camera back on. Ronald says that I'm doing a really good job here of stirring this, and I could put it on my resume, and that if I ever need a job, he'd be happy to hire me.
Yes.
You hear that? You hear it? I just heard a snap.
I just heard it also.
Let's see this. Okay, we're going to pass it back to the tree. There's the snap. There you go. That's the snap he's talking about. And now I smell chocolate, Ronald.
Good.
Now I really smell it.
Don't touch the bowl.
No.
Well, you've done that before.
Mmm, that smells good. Next step.
Next step, you know, pull them off. You get the smell, huh?
Yeah. Very, very fragrant of chocolate. Okay, these beans are now cool, and this is the next step of the process. And why don't you tell Ronald? Why don't you tell us what happens now?
Okay, we're gonna peel these beans. We're gonna peel all these beans by hand, like the Colombian used to do it, and then we're gonna clean them, and then after that we're gonna start the grinding in this stone.
Okay.
Okay.
So, in the spirit of saving time, I'm helping Ronald dehusk these and get them ready for grinding. Pretty easy to get the husks off once they're roasted.
Yes. Well, they're not roasted hot. Also, you can peel one and try it. When you roast it, tastes different. The ones are what?
Tastes like unsweetened chocolate. Very, very good.
Very good. Yeah. That's right. Yes.
Here's all the finished beans. And now the next step.
We're gonna clean them.
Oh, I see. The way he does that is he doesn't lose a single seed, and you can see the husk coming out.
They pop out.
Yeah. Good enough?
Good enough.
As Mr. Bruce would say?
And then now we're gonna wash our hands.
Okay.
We're gonna work with.
Am I going to be helping you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I'm going to shut the camera off and wash my hands too. Okay, so we got our hands clean, and here's the next step.
We're gonna kind of crunch these beans and turn into like a very coarse cocoa nibs. And after that, we're gonna start doing the grinding, the fine grinding.
So we're going to make some nibs now. Hear that, Sharon? We're making nibs. I don't know if I can bring them over to your bed and breakfast, but that's what we're doing right now. There's those nibs right there. Oh, I can smell that chocolate. Can you smell the chocolate there?
So it smells like when you melt chocolate on the stove.
Right.
Baker's chocolate.
Yes. Exactly. In like a double boiler, right?
Get closer and smell it.
I can smell it from here. Oh, it's absolutely unbelievable. Okay, so we got the nibs all in a pile now. And what's the next step?
We're gonna start grinding. We put both hands on the stone, and we do this movement with the stone, like pushing away
right.
the nibs. Like if the ones helps to grinding.
Right.
And from
Oh, you could only smell this.
okay, now you see the difference between the more, this is more refined. It looks like a very coarse ground
right.
coffee. This is like the nibs. And then we're gonna continue doing it like that. All of it that way. Push it back, do it again, do it back and do it again. And every time it's turned more finer and finer until the powder refined start looking like has like a wet looking.
Okay.
Like paste.
like a paste. And then this we're looking, we will continue doing it, and then it's gonna turn to a paste.
Okay.
And when it's the paste that we're gonna make a hot chocolate.
Okay. Okay, Ronald went to take a nap, and he said he'll be back in an hour, and he said just stay at it. So Jeannie's going to show you what she learned. I tried doing it, but you know me. I can't do anything right. Jeannie's got it going on. Jeannie's almost got the paste going. A lot different than when we started, that's for sure. And according to Ronald, it's the friction of this block of stone on the mortar and pestle side that causes the change. So we're at the next step now, and we get this down to like a paste. Ronald's really doing the finishing touches on it, and it is definitely liquefied.
It doesn't look like a paste anymore. It looks like melted chocolate.
Right.
All by hand. From a bean.
Now, we have reached a point where Ronald has said that this is now done. So this is now what you have, which is like a paste. Meanwhile, over here, on our fire, we have some milk. Huh?
When it's falling down, take a bit.
Yum.
That's how thick it is.
Look, it looks like brownies.
It does.
I'm about ready to make brownies. I'm not a chocolate lover, but I do like brownies.
You do. And as you can see, this was totally a labor of love. And if you want really, really pure, good chocolate, this is what you do. No shortcuts. This is what you do.
Now you need a spatula.
But the flour one doesn't work.
We have the milk heating up over there on the fire. We're going to have ourselves a little hot chocolate.
Also, this is very good for your skin. Oh, you want to put it in your face? You can wash it before you go.
No, that's okay. You can put on his. He needs to exfoliate.
You want that?
Huh? He's not kidding.
John needs to exfoliate because
first take a look at my look.
He got sunburn and his face is peeling. Do it on his forehead.
Yeah, forehead. Going.
That's where he needs it. Right there.
Okay, to do this.
Now just rub it in.
Yeah. You can rub it in.
Hey, you're going to be a new man. Does it take the wrinkles away too?
That helps a lot. And also hydrate.
Well, look at Ronald. I mean, he's 84. Look at him.
84. And when you feel the little...
I do. The granulars. I do.
That helps to exfoliate. This woman's that crazy about this because that helps the how you call to exfoliate and the smell. Your skin gets so soft.
Oh yeah.
Actually, your beer after you do this, it's gonna when you after you wash it, you can feel it. You can feel even the beer soft.
Alrighty. You're looking very chocolatey there.
Okay, 1 second.
He has
I'm not even positive this is politically correct or not, but I'm going with it.
Okay. Of course, a facial takes a little while to do it. You have to be laid down. This
Right.
is too quickly. And then at the last touch, close your eyes to touch to relax. This.
Wow.
Need a
Very nice. How long do I leave this on? Watch
Smile.
it.
There it is. Chocolate mask.
And he got off of one of the trees and he turned it into a whisk. And you want me to do it in there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
You just see that 1 second. And I'll hand it right back.
Okay. Now.
Now or not yet?
No. You see, this is it.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and whisk.
Whisk away. Just don't splat it out because you might burn yourself.
You like hot chocolate?
Huh?
This is the place to come. And we're not cutting water. We're not cutting water. We're not cutting corners with water. We got milk here.
Well, I just went out and milked the cow.
Right. Take this from somebody who's got chocolate all over his face. Okay, we have our hot chocolate now. We don't even need to add in any sound effects. He added it comes with it. Now, do you add sugar into this or not needed?
We're gonna try without.
Okay.
Just in case you think you need it, you can add it.
Okay.
This is we're gonna do our 50 picture. That way.
Nice presentation.
Right. Beautiful. Now we try.
Salud.
Salute. That is a very rich, nice
And it's
hot
strong.
chocolate.
Okay.
It's not sweet.
Not sweet.
Not sweet.
But I want you to try it with something. Like a banana.
Here, I'll try it now.
Try with the banana.
That's good though.
Okay.
Also,
Very good.
try it with the banana and I can be cool.
And
So peel the banana and take a bite of banana and then a sip of the hot
or
chocolate.
can you dip it into hot
No.
chocolate?
Take a little bite of banana and a zip of chocolate. Take a little bite, and then the chocolate.
Very good. That brings the sweetness into it.
It does. It brings the sweetness completely into it. It's delicious.
Bananas have its own natural sweetness.